Hi, I'm Brickroad. I'm playing some more Giana Sisters, and from the looks of it, the Giana Sisters are playing Flappy Birds or whatever. Let's just go ahead and hop back in here. I do believe we left off at level 3-6, maybe? No, we finished 3-6, Breakneck Passage. We made it to Boiling Springs. Let's get on with it. Alright. We're gonna get to the point of the game where the difficulty gets much more like that. Much more... I don't know, my gut instinct is to say unfair. Is that breakable up there? It is. Why? Oh, because there's... Yeah, there's some goodies up there, but not very much. I don't know, my gut instinct is to say unfair deaths like that kind of hit you before you really know what's going on, but... I don't know, like I said in the previous video, I mean, the game has checkpoints every 10 feet. And, it's really difficult to lose progress in this game. Those aren't platforms in Punky's world, only in Cutie's world. See, I think my gut instinct here, I think my knee-jerk reaction to the difficulty of these levels is kind of unfair. I think the difficulty is fine, is what I'm saying, and... like, would I have it any other way? I'm not sure, because... That was incorrect. Incorrect. Can I... Thank you. The difficulty never gets overbearing in this game. It always pretty much stays at a manageable level, if nothing else. Which is good to know. I can go this way, and I will. I intend to. But there are scenes like that where it's just like, really? How did they expect me to, yeah, get around that? And the answer to the question is they don't. They expect you to go bumbling into the spikes or the fire-breathing monster or whatever that you didn't see. Ah, now we have pinwheels that switch directions. I want to go in here and get all these gems. There's not as many gems as it looks like there are there. It's that they leave glowy trails around them, so it looks like there was more than there actually were. So yeah, they create hazards in this game that you're just supposed to bumble into them. You're supposed to get hit by them. Like, that's how it happens. Oh, really? That whole area was pointless. Not pointless, there were gems. Gems aren't pointless. I'm sorry I said that, gems. I didn't mean it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go get these. That's fine. So in a game with this many checkpoints, I think that the gotcha traps are okay, as long as it's pretty clear how you're supposed to get by the trap. Like, a gotcha trap is fun in scare quotes, if the gotcha, like that there, got me. If the gotcha is not a huge setback, you know, if it only sets you back like less than a minute. And the thing about these levels is that memorization, the levels are designed in such a way that they're supposed to be memorized. You have score attack in this game and time attack, which, for expert players, memorizing these levels can carry with it a great sense of accomplishment. What am I supposed to... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I think I know what I'm supposed to do here. We need to bring this platform around. No, that gate does not go up. Okay, so what am I missing in this room here? What is the haps here? the gate does not go up in either world. Which means I'm missing a switch somewhere, probably. Hey, there's a... Hello? I see you up there. You sexy beast. Oh, we can't go that way, though. You know what, we'll worry about that in a second here. First, let's worry about this. Ah, need a key. No problem. Ooh, this scene here. Okay, hold on. This is going to be like a puzzle here, isn't it? We want to stay in the middle is what we want to do. Yeah, because if we go towards the wall, we'll get blocked in by skull heads. Also, don't swim in the purple drink. But these platforms also retreat very quickly. There we go. Aha. Woo! Woo! Ooh! Nice. Good times. Are we done here? Can we get all the keys? I think now we can safely go down the side. Yes, because they're totally retracted. There we go. Perfect. Alright, now we worry about this mess down here. Let's bring this oh, that's as far as the platform there goes. So... I am used to these gates switching, you know? Oh, there! That's how it went. We want you over here, I think. Thank you. I'm going to tell you a quick story about trial and error gameplay. That, oh, I need to be going faster! Look at that! It launched my balloon corpse up. After the poison totally wrecked me. No, that gate did not raise that time. Sometimes the gate's not going up. Maybe it wants me to be punky for that scene. I can do punky. We gotta hit it twice. Is the dealio. Final Fantasy VI. A lot of people say it's their favorite Final Fantasy game. Not my favorite. I love it. Definitely not my favorite, though. But the way the game is structured, towards the end of the game, I'm not gonna say the second half, not like totally the half, but there's two worlds in the game, and the second world is very, very non-linear, in the sense that... Oh, up, please! Thank you! In the sense that you have about 10 or 12 different subquests to do if you want. And these subquests give you major, major advantages in the game. And one of these subquests is... Oh, I see. We gotta turn this thing on. Dum-da-dum-dum-dum. No, but now you're up there and I need you down here. One of those subquests is the Tower of Magic. And the Tower of Magic is... We want to break all these bricks. There we go, that's fine. The Tower of Magic is this really, really, really long tower, yeah? we need to... This'll work. Yeah! Yeah! It's a really, really tall tower. And it blocks all of your skills and abilities except for magic spells. Oh, we gotta go up. No, don't! Oh, I can't believe we survived that. I saw too late what we had to do there. And then, of course, all of the monsters in the tower use really, really high-level magic as well. Really difficult subquest, but there's a couple of gimmicks you can use to make your life easy. For example, you can use Reflect Rings, so all the magic cast against you bounces off. There's magic items, like relics and things you can get to increase the amount of magic you have. No, I should have went left and I went right. I don't know the difference between left and right. Excuse me. And then at the very top of the tower is a really powerful relic that lets you cast 2 magic spells in 1 combat round. One of the really... I didn't have a move there. I went the wrong speed. I did not have a move. Anyway, the boss of the magic tower, he's called the Magi Master. And he's incredibly difficult. Mainly because he changes his magic weakness every couple of combat rounds. There, I need to swivel in like that. So, what works against him one round won't work against him on another round. You have to keep scanning him over and over in order to know what kind of magic to use against him. Now, there's a couple ways to cheeseball the Magi Master fight, and a lot of them are very famous. If you're familiar with Final Fantasy VI, chances are, I don't want to fall down there, that was not a platform, that was a sign, see? And you can't stand on signs. One of the most famous ways to cheeseball him is to use the Berserk spell. So he can't use any magic, and he can't change his weakness anymore. He can only attack you. And his attack, while powerful, is way less powerful than the constant spells he'd throw at you otherwise. Woo! Woo! Okay, no, that's fine. Anyway, my wife does not play many video games, but when she does like to play video games once in a while, she'll be like, hey, pick me out a game, I want to play a game with you. And what I'll do is I'll pick an RPG, because she likes RPGs because they don't require a lot of like Twitch gameplay. She doesn't have very good reflexes, she likes RPGs, she can pick things off the menu. She tends to like the stories. We're gonna go up here and get all these gems, and the smiley face gems, look at that. My hubris was my undoing! So she plays Final Fantasy VI, and she does the Magic Tower, okay? And she figures out... Whoa! That was bad. She figures out very quickly to use Reflect Rings in order to kind of cheeseball the tower a little bit. And she was really proud of having figured that out. And she gets to the Magi Master, and she couldn't beat him. And there's no save points in the tower. It's a really long dungeon. It goes on for a long, long time. There is a relic that removes all random encounters from the game, but she didn't have it. And I wasn't going to tell her about it. Why would I be at all helpful? So she didn't have that. So she gets to the end. And eventually she figures out, because she's scanning him to see what his weakness is. And she's like, you know what? I can keep my Reflect Rings on, and I can use the spells Rasp and Osmos in order to steal all of his magic points. And once he's out of MP, he can't cast Super Magic on me anymore. Now, as a Final Fantasy VI veteran, I knew that if she depleted all of his magic points, the Magi Master would die. Some monsters in that game have a flag where if they run out of MPs, they die. Magi Master is one. However, there is another gimmick to the Magi Master in that when he dies, that was bad, and now I'm dead. He has a death counter that he uses. That was not a platform in Cutie World. So once he dies, he uses the ultimate spell, which is the most powerful spell in the game by far, and there's basically no easy way to survive it in the Magi Master fight. So she spent, I don't know, an hour tearing up this guy's magic points. And so he died at the end, but for some reason, because the game designers are evil, he doesn't require... No! That was really cheeseball game. That was really mean. The Magi Master does not require magic points, I guess, to cast Ultima, because I hear her scream from the living room, kind of like the scream you just heard a few seconds ago when that rabbit guy got me. Except just a scream of just despair and butthurt. Because apparently the Magi Master does not need MP to cast Ultima, so she fought him for probably 40 straight minutes, rasping his MP away 30 or 40 MP at a time. And then she got nailed with Ultima and lost. And that's the story about how my wife stopped playing Final Fantasy VI. But the Magi Master, prime example of trial and error gameplay in an RPG. Because the dungeon, like, it's a gimmick dungeon. You're not supposed to just throw your head against it. You're supposed to figure out to use your, to use your relics and your skill against the dungeon, you know? You're supposed to say, okay, let me think here. I need to use these earrings, I need to use these reflect rings, I need to equip this Moogle charm, you know? You're supposed to go into the dungeon and not just who's my strongest characters, my strongest attacks, but really think about the way your party's been developing over the course of the game to make good decisions about how to equip your team. And then once you get good enough to solve the dungeon, you still have to worry about the Magi Master himself, who is, again, very difficult to take down. Because every solution to the fight is kind of a gimmicky solution that... I did it again! The rabbit shot me again. Kind of a gimmicky solution that an unskilled or first-time player would not think of. So, most of Final Fantasy VI, and most of the Final Fantasy series, you can get through with just one or two strategies. You find something that you like that works for you, and you just do that over and over again. But every Final Fantasy game has at least one spot in it like that, where you really need to show mastery of the game systems to prevail. Let's not get shot by this guy this time, or his friend, or his other friend. And we're good. She's played a few of Final Fantasy games. She's completed 4. And she's completed... Dude, that was probably bad. I'm twirling. Do I want to be twirling? I think I do. I think I do. She's completed 9. Oh, Spikety Man. I think she started 10, but I don't think she completed 10. I don't blame her. 10 sucks. I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy X. You know what? We're not going to fight Spikety Man for 3 gems. I have my pride. I don't have any pride. I have Prid. Prid is like pride, except misspelled. I wish all of the spikes and thorns in this game, the switchy spikes, I wish they were all this big. Because those are really easy to see, right? Alright, let's bubble some more. Erg. Shoutouts to Peter Fenner for sponsoring this video, and to everybody who makes this channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.